It was a show of force to clear supporters of Mohamed Morsi from their seats of resistance. But many protesters simply re-emerged elsewhere, like here on the stretch of the October the 6th bridge in Nasser City. The Interior Minister was quick to defend the crackdown and play down any reports of heavy-handed violence.
They started to fire live ammunition and cartridges heavily and intensely in the direction of security forces, who continued to show self-restraint. The personnel deployed succeeded in dealing and addressing the situation with the highest degree of professionalism to end the sit-in without losses.
Egypt's interim Prime Minister too said they were left with little other choice but to move in.
When we see the right of expression has turned into a form of intimidation, carrying illegal arms, hijacking roads, assaulting public and private property, and crippling the people's interests, it's no longer a respect to the freedom of expression. It's an assault not only on citizens, but also on the authority of the state, which should be respected.
There's a growing sense of unease for many in Egypt at the actions of the military-backed government, as the numbers of dead and injured grow. But if those on the streets were angry at the bloodshed, so too were important members of the leadership. The interim Vice President Mohamed El Baradei resigned in protest. The former senior UN diplomat and head of one of Egypt's main opposition parties said there were peaceful options for ending the political crisis. The daughter of a senior Muslim Brotherhood leader, Mohamed El Beltaghi, was among those killed around the Rabaa Al Adawiya mosque. He warned Egypt's military chief was dragging the country into civil war.
I swear to Almighty God, if you remain at home, Abdel Fattah al-Sisi will turn Egypt into another Syria, into a civil war so he can escape execution.
Many have answered calls like his, creating pockets of resistance across Cairo and across the country. That's justification, the military-backed government says, to declare a curfew across 14 provinces and a state of emergency nationwide. The President also instructed the armed forces to assist the police in taking whatever measures necessary to preserve security and order, protecting public and private property and the lives of citizens. It gives the military-backed government draconian powers to do what's necessary to clear the streets and to use full military might to enforce it. But this is a stand that many are prepared to die for. Such declarations will do little to stop Egyptians from flooding onto the streets. Erica Wood, Al Jazeera.
Well, earlier we spoke to Mohamed Sudan of Mohamed Morsi's Freedom and Justice Party. He gave us his reaction to the Interior Minister's speech.
Just to kill at least 2,600 people in a few hours, that was never happened before. Even in the war of 1973 against the Israeli troops, that never been killed by such these numbers. And then one day doing this just in one day, and at the end of the day they raid the field hospitals and they burn all the corpses in the front of the people. I think this is a kind of war